Happy New Year. It's 2020, guys. Okay, so I have one. First of all, I'm sorry that I have not one, I've not made a video recently. Two, I'm wearing a hat indoors. I don't know what's going on with me. New Year's, new me. Okay, I wear hats indoors now. Winter hats. Not even like cool hats, but like men's winter hats indoors. Now, this is the style. This is the fashion. Okay, so I've been gone for a while and a lot of things have happened and I'm sure I'm going to tell you about them, but right now I just wanted to show you what was going on. So first of all, my New Year's resolution is I want to pay off my student loan debt. It's going to be really hard, and the more I'm thinking about it and the more I'm doing spreadsheets this morning, it may not actually be feasible this year unless I get a second job. And I think that I don't know if that would work for me because I already work overtime and whatever. But regardless, I'm still gonna do my best to do this. And one of the things I decided was I'm gonna try making my own beans for once. And so last night, after it struck midnight, I was like, okay, this is it. I'm kind of superstitious about New Year's. Somebody told me years ago that whatever you're doing at midnight sets the tone for the entire year. And I don't know why that is always like stuck with me, but so now every year at midnight I'm thinking about this, right? And last night I was invited to go party hopping, but instead I just kind of stayed home and like felt feelings about the decade coming to an end and like what I want to do in the coming year and what this past year has meant to me and all of that good shit. And then at midnight, I accepted a friend request on Facebook from my stepmother, who I've been estranged from for 6 years, because I want this to be a year of healing. And then also, I decided to make beans at midnight. Beans at midnight. And so I took my bag of beans, hang on, bag of beans that I bought yesterday, black beans. And so, okay, so first of all, something no one ever told me about making beans is that you have to put them on a plate and make sure there's no rocks in them. What? I didn't know you had to like sort the beans before you make them. There's just fucking rocks in the beans? It's 2020. We don't have the technology to avoid this problem? Like rocks in the food? Come on. But I did it and I didn't find any rocks, but like on the bag it says you need to look for rocks. On the internet I was like, rocks? I went on the internet's like, look for rocks, you don't want to bite a rock. So I looked for rocks, and then I soaked the beans overnight, and then I finally like cooked the beans. And I just want to show you, I don't think that the first lesson of the new year, I don't think the bean thing is worth it, because first of all, like, yeah, half of this bag made like an entire can's worth of beans, and the bag was like $1, and a can of seasoned beans is like, I don't know, $1.50 or something. So I'm saving $2 on the bag. But like, first of all, holy shit, like searching for rocks, soaking them for 12 hours, and then cooking them for an hour. I mean, that is a lot of extra time to spend on beans for like $1 a can or something like that. And oh my Christ, they made such a mess on my stove. The mess is so bad, I actually turned on the camera. This is what I was going to show you in the first place, is how bad a mess these beans made on my stove. Okay, so I already did my dishes from lunch, but look at this shit! I mean, I don't know if I just don't have the right pot for this, but like the spillover rate is totally unacceptable. And if you get in close, I mean, it's just spraying everywhere. So yeah, lesson learned. I'm gonna buy canned beans because this is not worth it. There we go. That's much better. This is the culprit right here. I don't know why, but her little hole at top there just kind of spewed bean juice everywhere. Maybe I need a better, bigger pan for this bean experiment, but I don't know. I don't think I'll try this again. I'll finish the beans I have, but So it's New Year's. This is a photo of Pee Wee Herman behind me on my bed. The other, it's on my bed, not for a fetish reason, but because I just bought a frame for it. ASMR. Anyway, I actually bought tickets to see Pee Wee Herman in March, and I am pretty fucking excited. I only bought one ticket. I'm going by myself. I'm gonna see if I can get him to sign it. He's a childhood hero of mine. Love me some Pee Wee. Anyway, okay, this is, now I'm realizing what I want to talk about. It's the worst segue ever. So I was assaulted this week. Not a joke, I actually was, and maybe some of you saw me talking about that on my blog, but if you didn't, so here's the full story on that. So I was the victim of a random, act of violence this week, and this is how it went. So it was the day after Christmas, so December 26th, that was Thursday, I think. I had to go back to work, so I was getting out of the office and I was getting on the train to go home, and I sat down, I got on the train, I sat down in this seat, and there was a person so I'm sitting in this seat, there's a person in the seat across the aisle from me, right? And I'm just sitting there, I'm minding my own business, like I always do in public, hardcore minding my own business, just on my phone, like, Twitter. I screenshotted something, I put it on my blog, and so we go like 2 stops, right? And the person in the row next to me, who, you know how when you're in public and you're just like minding your own business, like sometimes you're just like aware that someone is there, but you're not like even really aware of anything about them. Like the only thing that I can tell about this person, I think it was a woman. I think she was white. I don't know anything else except for that. I think that she had short hair. And I know that she was wearing brown shoes, like brown boots. And I know that because I'm like, okay, so I'm sitting in like my I don't know why I'm making book hand signal, it's more like phone. I'm like looking at my phone in my seat, I'm looking down, and we pull up to this stop in Minneapolis called Nicollet, right? And which is a really busy stop. It's rush hour traffic, okay? And she gets up like she's gonna get off the train. And I see that instead of standing by the door, she is standing kind of in front of me, in front of the seat. And so I thought that this was kind of weird. Like, I saw that she was sort of like unsteady on her feet a little bit. And so just, again, head down, minding my own business. I'm like, okay, well, maybe this person's kind of drunk. You know, I was kind of like, and I didn't laugh. I didn't even look at her. I face in phone, minding my own business, right? We pull up to the stop. She goes to the door like she's gonna leave. I think she actually got out of the train and then came back on, and it's rush hour. Like I said, this is a really busy stop, so there's people getting in, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of things happening. But she got back on the train, and my first thought is that she started spraying me with a squirt gun, okay? Because it's like, all of a sudden I'm getting hit with like liquid, you know, in my face. The wall behind me is getting sprayed, like right next to my face. It's like splashing back. It's on my jacket. I'm like, it happened so fast, but she sprayed me like 8 times, you know? And it was like a squirt gun in that it was like pump, 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 like blah, 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 right? And I'm like, you know, I don't even know what I did when I was getting sprayed. I'm assuming I went like this. I don't know. I actually don't know. Because it happened so fast. And then she got off the train, and I was like, I saw that she got off the train. Again, I don't even know what this person looked like. I didn't see her at all, except for maybe a split second while she was spraying me. But I can't tell you what her face looked like. I just have no recollection whatsoever. So, as she gets off the train, and like people are kind of looking, but like, no, first of all, no one did anything. No one asked me if I was okay. And then like I like look down at I have like a light colored jacket. This is it right here. So I look down at my jacket, and I'm like, I realized that the liquid that she sprayed at me is not clear. It's like foul somehow. It was like discolored. And oh, I'm like, oh my god, this isn't water. And now I'm thinking, okay, she sprayed pee at me somehow. That's where my mind originally went. Is like, this is like poop water or something, And I kind of wish that it had been, because it was about 2 seconds later that I realized that it was pepper spray, and that this woman, for no reason whatsoever, pepper sprayed me in the face like 8 times. And I looked around, I was like, that bitch just maced me. And no one said anything to me. All I needed in that moment was for someone to go, oh, whoa, that was fucked up. That's all I needed. That's all the human kindness I needed. But no one said anything to me. Like, I was just like pepper sprayed by a stranger, and like, no one helped me, and no one even was like, whoa, I'm really sorry. It sucked. And it's like, now I'm covered in pepper spray on my face. I don't want to touch my face because I figure anything I do, I don't want to get it in my eyes, And so, which it wound up being inevitable, but that's later. So I'm just like sitting there, and I'm like, kind of like, my first reaction is that, wow, that like the novelty of it was almost kind of funny to me, because I'm like a trauma victim or whatever. Like, the shock factor is really big, And so I'm like, wow, this really hurts. Oh my god, I can't wait to post this on Facebook. No one's gonna believe that happened to me. And but I was still like 4 stops from home, so I had to ride like 4 stops on the train covered in pepper spray, because like, what am I gonna do? The only thing I can do is go home and wash it off, right? And so I'm like totally covered in pepper spray. By the time I got home, like, my lips were swollen because they got on my mouth, and so it's like the soft tissues of like my lips and right around my lips was like totally swollen. Like, it was right up here too. And like, so I get home and I'm like, what do I do? How do I even wash this off? And so first thing I did was, from watching like protests and stuff, I knew that people pour milk on their faces when they get like pepper sprayed and stuff, right? So I've got milk, so I'm like pouring milk on my face. That doesn't work. It just spread it around. Now it's fucking everywhere, right? And I'm like, ah! And it's like, it's not the worst pain ever, but it fucking sucked. I'll tell you that much. I mean, it's not like I wasn't dying, but like, it fucking sucked. And so then I'm like on the internet, and meanwhile I'm like just touching everything with pepper spray hands. The cleanup process from this assault took forever. I am touching my keyboard, I am touching the milk, I'm touching the faucets, I'm getting pepper spray fucking everywhere, okay? And I'm like, what do I do? I'm Googling, like, how do you get pepper spray off? And Google was like, try using oil compounds. So I've got like some oil, I've got some olive oil, right? So I'm like rubbing olive oil like all over my face. I'm like trying to get it off. And it's like, that worked a little bit, but it also, so it's, it just kept spreading to different parts of my face, and they would burn like crazy because it was the first time they'd been touched by the pepper spray. So it's like, now it's all down my neck, and it's like, it's all over my hands, and my hands hurt. So I'm like, basically, I went back on Google and I was like, okay, what more ideas? And I just came to the conclusion that what I need to do is get in a shower and stand and let the shower hit my face for as long as it took to wash it all away, and use Dawn dish soap. So Dawn dish soap, I guess, is all good for getting rid of pepper spray. Just in case anyone needs to know. Stand in the shower and let it just hit you in the face, hit you directly in the face. Just get as close to the shower head as you can and let it spray you in the face for like 20 minutes. And that's how you, and scrub your face with Dawn dish soap. And it was at that point when I was in the shower that the emotions of what had happened like really started to hit me. And I still couldn't cry because every time I cried, it got pepper in my eyes. So I was just like, I would think like, why did she do that? And then I would cry, and then I'd be like, ah! And it was like, I think that the predominant emotions that I was feeling is just like surprise. Like, wow, she did that on purpose to hurt me for no reason whatsoever. Um, and then, just feeling like my sense of safety was damaged. Like, I'm doing everything right. Like, I'm coming home from work, minding my own business on the route that I take every single day. And this bitch just randomly assaulted me. And then there's like, and as I was like feeling more and more feelings about it, this process took a long time. It took probably a day or so. More than that before I really came to some conclusions about the way that I was feeling about it. But it's like, I think that what it really dinged in like the trauma part of my psyche is this feeling that if something really horrible and bizarre is going to happen, it's going to happen to me. And that if someone is cruel and crazy and just wants to hurt somebody, they're gonna choose me. And that even strangers have the ability to pick out that I am that person. That if, it's like when I was bullied in school, being picked on by my parents, being picked on by like sexual predators throughout my life, all the men that have treated me like shit, all like the manipulative assholes that I've known, and strangers, and like strangers just like pegging me as someone to be cruel to. I don't know. So it just like it hurt this deep fear that I have that there is something about me that invites abuse. So that's my story. Anyway, so in response to this, well, after I got out of the shower, I immediately I texted my supervisor at work, and I was like, hi, I was like assaulted on the train, and I'm gonna take a mental health day tomorrow. And which was great. I actually skipped something kind of important at work to take care of myself. I don't care. I love having not a retail job where I have paid sick time, so I didn't have to be punished for taking a mental health day with docked pay. Anyway, so I was like, what's up? I'm not coming in. And the next day I went to IKEA and Target, and I spent $400 on new stuff for my house because I thought like this was my psychological reaction is like I'm going to make my home a new place of safety for myself. Whereas like first of all I'm going to change things, and I'm also I'm just going to make my house really nice and really safe and a place where I feel really good and really comfortable, sort of as a reaction to how like unsafe and uncomfortable I was feeling from being randomly assaulted. So hey, you want to see some of the stuff I got? Cool. Okay, I'll show you some of it. I got a new rug. Actually, I got 3 new rugs. And I got these lovely purple towels. So I sort of redid my bathroom with different colors. I really like it. I also got this like pretty blue toothbrush stand. That one was from Target. Just kidding, I actually got 4 new rugs. Now, this rug doesn't look like anything special, and it's already dirty from the bean mess, but oh my god, it's so comfy to stand on. Ooh, also up here, so I got all new dishes. I'm doing like a minimalism thing right now. So if you can see up there, I got the blue bowls, the little blue plates, and the black plates. And so now I only have 4 of each. And then I also got this super cute lunchbox. Oh my god, I'm gonna take this out to show you. Okay, watch how ridiculously adorable this is. First of all, it's got a handle. Okay, and then you undo these things on the side, right? And the top part comes off. Oh my goodness. It's a cute little spoon and fork combo. Then it divides into two pieces, and inside there is space, you know, you could have like a salad, you could have like some a sandwich and maybe some fruits or nuts or something. So yeah, how cute is that? And then I like to put it back together. You do that, and then this part goes here again, and then the top comes on, and you snap it into place, and then, oh. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to, you know, maybe pay more attention to how I'm doing that, like, when I'm not, you know, feeling the pressure from being on camera. I also bought this really lovely table runner for my coffee table, which is shitty. I could have just, not the table runner is nice, but the coffee table is shitty, and so I could have just got a new coffee table, but I just put a cloth on top of it. I've been really super duper into the minimalism thing. For example, I threw away all of my clothes except for those. That's it. That's all of them. I don't have more pants than this. I don't have more shirts than this. I don't have any more dresses. And I have one business suit. All in all, I have 20 items of clothing now. So I guess that's it. Thank you for watching my vlog. Happy New Year, everybody. And let's all try not to get assaulted this week. All right. Bye.